Welcome everyone to Module 3 of the Principles of Tax Preparation course, where we discuss the topic of compliance. My name is Marvin, and over the next 20 minutes, I'll provide an in-depth overview of mandatory compliance and identity theft. I aim to ensure you understand how to ethically prepare accurate returns and safeguard sensitive taxpayer information. Let's get started. Compliance is at the core of a tax preparer's responsibilities. At its foundation, compliance means adhering to Internal Revenue Service regulations and guidelines for preparing and submitting tax returns. As preparers, we serve a dual role, both assisting taxpayers and complying with tax laws and maintaining compliance ourselves. Taxpayers must comply by declaring all income, taking only legally allowed deductions, filing returns by the due date, and paying any taxes owed on time. Our role is to help taxpayers fulfill these requirements. We comply by asking probing questions during intake meetings to fully understand the client's financial situation and sources of income. Using questionnaires and checklists helps guide comprehensive information gathering. Verify taxpayer identities by examining Social Security cards, driver's licenses, passports, or other approved ID for all filers and dependents. Collect all income documentation such as W-2s, 1099s, receipts, and statements. Have clients sign consent forms and retain copies. Following these steps demonstrates the preparer's commitment to compliance while protecting taxpayers from unscrupulous or incompetent preparers, promoting adherence, and building confidence in the fairness of the tax system. Preparers should remain educated on IRS rules by regularly reviewing publications like the Annual General Instructions for Certain Information Returns and General Instructions for Forms W-2 and W-3. Subscribe to receive IRS Newswire emails highlighting new compliance guidance. Study the IRS Tax Pro account on social media. Know how to accurately calculate deductions, credits, income, and taxes owed. Seek continuing education classes on compliance topics. Possessing in-depth understanding of federal and state tax codes allows preparers to avoid unintentional errors and reduce audit risk. Keep organized records of information collected and returns filed according to IRS guidelines. Only make claims supported by evidence and documentation. Address any unclear issues and do not take questionable deductions. Preparers who exercise such diligence protect their standing and prevent civil or criminal tax penalties. Intentional noncompliance erodes taxpayer trust and can lead to license revocation along with financial and legal consequences for both preparer and taxpayer. Preparers must help taxpayers correct any past mistakes and come into compliance moving forward through amended returns or voluntary disclosure programs. Yet even inadvertent issues can harm a preparer's credibility and relationship with the IRS. Following best practices while immersing oneself in the intricacies of tax codes is rewarded with a reputation for ethics and competence. Knowledge plus integrity equals compliance. Let's take a look at a video which will summarize this portion of our module. If you need a 30-second break, feel free to pause here if you need to grab some water or a quick snack.
Taxes are collected as for contributions towards the societal project we're all a part of. Picture this scenario. We are in school together, and we must complete a big science project. Each student must bring something to the table, whether it's colorful markers, glue, or a shoebox. This is comparable to how taxes function in society. Every member, including Tommy's dad who pays a percentage of his earnings, or Tommy's mom who runs a bakery and does the same. The taxes you pay are based on your earnings. Taxes are then utilized to fund and maintain the public services we all need. These contributions are put to create and keep up with essentials like roads, parks, schools, and hospitals. Regardless of whether it's a small fraction or a substantial income, everyone contributes according to their capability. So, in essence, taxes are contributions that we all make for the benefit of everyone. Consider this. Every citizen needs to contribute their fair share of taxes for our society to function smoothly. This is much like how each individual must contribute to a collective project in school or at work. Let's take an example. Picture Tommy's parents. They would have to provide accurate information about their income and expenses when they are filing their taxes. just as Tommy would have to accurately tell his teacher what he contributed to a group project. But how do we know everyone is playing by the rules? That's the job of Internal Revenue Service. The IRS acts as the vigilant overseer, rigorously checking and enforcing tax compliance, much like a teacher ensuring that all contributions to a group project are fair and correct. So, tax compliance is like following the rules in a game. Everyone has to play fair. Ever wondered who assists with your taxes? Let's step into the compelling realm of tax preparation and get introduced to our trustworthy friend, Mr. Smith. He isn't a caped superhero, but he does possess an extraordinary ability, unraveling the intricate world of tax regulations. Mr. Smith aids numerous individuals, such as Tommy's parents and perhaps even you, in traversing this elaborate landscape. His role involves collecting extensive data about their incomes, expenses, and other fiscal dealings, and examining them thoroughly to ensure precision. And after collecting and validating, Mr. Smith leverages his analysis to determine the tax amount each person or family owes, considering any potential deductions or credits. He further facilitates them in submitting their tax returns, ensuring every document is accurately filled and submitted timely. That's not the end of Mr. Smith's responsibilities, though. The ever-evolving nature of the tax world, with its frequent influx of new legislation and guidelines, underscores the importance of Mr. Smith staying updated with the IRS's latest advisories and maintaining his proficiency in this domain. This proactive approach allows him to prevent mistakes and safeguard his clients' compliance recent rules. Similar to a coach in this aspect, exactly how a coach scrutinizes the rulebook, devises tactics, and steers their team in accordance with the rules, Mr. Smith too possesses a playbook, the tax code. He studies, comprehends, and helps his clients, the taxpayers, abide it. Remember, tax isn't just about avoiding penalties and adhering to rules, but also about upholding integrity, fostering trust, and securing one's social standing. When Mr. Smith excels in his role, he's not just aiding people in paying their taxes, he's enabling them to sustain their reputation, cultivate strong bonds, and maintain their status in society. Just like how a coach helps a team play by the rules, a tax preparer helps people follow tax rules. Even unintentional mistakes in your tax returns can have repercussions. Let's visualize this. You're a hardworking individual who accidentally submits incorrect information on your tax return one year. This wasn't done deliberately, but mistakes can occur, right? The Internal Revenue Service, or the IRS, acts as the referee in this realm. Their duty is to scrutinize tax filings to ensure compliance with all tax laws. Upon detection of an error, they are prompted to take action. They found the mistake in your tax return. So what's the next move? The IRS sends a notice to you, notifying you of the discrepancy. Receiving a letter from the IRS might be a distressing experience, but it also offers you an opportunity to correct your error. It's now time to amend your tax return, which entails rectifying the mistake and resubmitting your returns. This could be a rigorous and time-consuming task. Depending on the severity of the mistake, you might also be required to pay additional taxes, interest, or even face a penalty. This imaginary scenario underscores the importance of accuracy, honesty, and integrity in tax compliance. Adhering to tax laws ensures a fair process for everyone, just like in any game. Remember, tax experts, such as Smith, are there to help prevent such messes. They possess the requisite knowledge and expertise to guide us through the intricate labyrinth of tax laws. However, they too must comply with these rules and continually improve their knowledge to provide the best service. So the key point is this: non-compliance tax laws can lead to problems, just like not following rules in a game can lead to penalties. Ultimately, tax is really about integrity.
Take this moment to pause and write down your questions. Check the description box to become a member of the Common Sense Tax Specialist Virtual Hub, where you will find updates about our live QA sessions. We're here to guide you towards success as a tax specialist.
It was a great recap. For further understanding, make sure to visit our Facebook page titled Common Sense Tax and Credit Solutions. You will find announcements regarding our live Q&A sessions. Our live streams are your opportunity to ask any pending questions. Now we'll dive into part 2 of our module. In this portion, we will discuss identity theft. In recent years, tax-related identity theft has grown exponentially, creating huge burdens for victims and headaches for the IRS. This crime involves thieves stealing someone's social security number and using it to file a fraudulent tax return claiming a refund. Criminals can acquire SSNs online or through data breaches, then quickly monetize them before detection. The rise of e-filing combined with more refundable tax credits has enabled this scheme to spread. Taxpayers may be completely unaware they are victims until their legitimate return is rejected because one has already been filed using their SSN. Or the IRS may send a letter indicating suspicious activity on their account. Upon discovering identity theft, taxpayers should immediately contact the IRS to report it. As preparers assisting victims, we must provide guidance to help resolve the issue swiftly. The IRS prioritizes these cases and has teams to investigate. However, resolution takes time and taxpayers must be vigilant. The IRS may issue a special PIN that the victim must use going forward when filing. They should also respond quickly to any IRS notices and complete the IRS ID Theft Affidavit Form 14039. Preparers can help victims watch for any suspicious letters or activity on their accounts and warn others that their data was compromised. Monitoring credit reports is wise as thieves may have accessed other identifying information. Victims should change any passwords and opt out of automatic tax refunds. Maintaining close contact with the IRS throughout the resolution process is key, as is keeping a records of all communications. Being proactive is the best defense against tax identity theft. The IRS now offers an identity protection PIN opt-in program that issues IP PINs to residents in 20 high-risk states and jurisdictions, including Florida, Georgia, California, Maryland, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas, Utah, and DC, among others. These unique 6-digit numbers help verify a return is legitimately filed by the taxpayer. Preparers in participating states should inform clients and encourage IP PIN sign-up before filing season. Beyond IP PINs, all taxpayers should heed security advice like shredding old returns and documents, using strong passwords, encrypting data, and being cautious when emailing personal information. Preparers must explain risks to clients and deter questionable refund anticipation loans that can facilitate theft. We should also safeguard our own systems and files against intruders. By promoting awareness and smart practices, we help curb this ubiquitous fraud. This ends part 2 of our module, but I think a video recap would give you all a deeper understanding to why identity theft prevention is a huge part of compliance.
Welcome, fellow tax preparers. Our job is about trust, managing delicate client data securely. We're more than just tax preparers. We're protectors of our clients' identities. In a world with identity theft, we remain vigilant, updating our knowledge of scams. Our clients trust us knowing their identities are safe. Remember, we're not just tax preparers. We're guardians of our clients' identities. Do you know what identity theft truly entails? It's a hidden danger, where criminals are not initially after your cash, but your social security number, a key to unlocking your personal life. This crime is often only recognized when the damage has already been done, leading to significant disruption in your life. The implications of identity theft are vast and often devastating. So to save yourself from this threat, knowledge is your most potent weapon. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the meaning and repercussions of identity theft. Visualize this. One of your clients informs you that their identity has been stolen. As their tax preparer, you must act quickly. Secure a unique PIN from the IRS, guide your client through filing a fraud affidavit, and set up credit monitoring. This process can be emotionally and financially exhausting, often lasting for months or years. It's a reminder of the importance of vigilance in our digital world. So, as a tax preparer, how can you protect your clients from becoming victims of identity theft? Emphasize prevention. Encourage shredding documents with personal details, using robust passwords, and being wary of unsolicited calls. Advise strict scrutiny of their digital presence and investing in identity protection services. While these precautions require some effort, they are well worth it to protect your clients' identities. Are you aware of the IRS IP PIN opt-in program that serves as a robust tool for tax preparers like you? This opt-in program measure is designed to safeguard your clients' information from theft.
This program consists of annually rotating numbers to qualifying taxpayers, acting as a prevention mechanism to fraudulent activities. Lost PINs are not a cause for concern, because the IRS has effective recovery procedures in place. The IP PIN, therefore, is an essential part of a broader strategy to prevent identity theft, though it is just one component of the comprehensive security puzzle.
Take this moment to pause and write down your questions. Check the description box to become a member of the Common Sense Tax Specialist Virtual Hub, where you will find updates about our live QA sessions. We're here to guide you towards success as a tax specialist.
Normally, I would give a 30-second break, but let's continue on into our module review. Should you need a break, just pause here. If you decide to take a break, it would be a good time to pull out your phone and follow our social media pages. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Common Sense Tax. Thank you for completing Module 3 with me. In today's lesson, we learned that as tax preparers, we must adhere to IRS regulations, continuously improve knowledge, and document processes to assist taxpayers in complying, exemplify integrity, and avoid damaging credibility through intentional or inadvertent noncompliance. Identity theft happens when criminals steal Social Security numbers to file fraudulent returns, requiring victims to take swift actions and precautions to combat it, such as special PINs, fraud affidavits, credit monitoring, and opt-in IP PIN programs in high-risk states. As preparers, we play a dual role in compliance and theft prevention by gathering comprehensive information, verifying details, meeting IRS guidelines, promoting awareness, and exhibiting ethics and accuracy. You all are awesome. We are at the end of the course. Thank you again for your time. Have an amazing rest of your day.